So we are back for Monday Nitro, and last night was the June pay-per-view WCW 2001, which was the Great American Bash, and it was a success. We got 78% overall rating, which is our joint highest, along with Super Bowl Revenge back in February, and it was a successful show. So for big talking points, Scott Steiner retained for World Championship against Dusty Rhodes. Rey Mysterio retained his US title against Canyon. For Cat beat Lance Storm for the TV title. As you can see there. So Rey Mysterio, Scott Steiner for Cat. For tag team champs, new champs, Buff Bagwell and Kevin Nash. They beat for Mamalukes. That's vacant for the moment. Hardcore is David Flair, but the Hardcore title didn't take place on the pay-per-view because the ratings for the Hardcore Championship, just the matches in general, just weren't very good. And Chris Candido has retained his Cruiserweight Championship in a three-way against Chavo Guerrero and Billy Kidman. Good show in all. Goldberg also ended his feud with Mike Awesome. And we're going to kick things off here. I've looked at all my not quite unhappy workers, some of them are, but the morale is sort of dipping a little bit, so I'm going to get them all to feature tonight, or the majority of them. We're going to kick off a show with a feud that's going to end, and Air Raid are going to beat Skipper and Romeo. It'll be very interesting to see how much more over these two teams are after the feud ends. And it's going to be a ladder match, just a fun ladder match, no title. Doesn't really make sense, but they've got a ladder, and I'm sure they'll use it. This is an angle. We know about Goldberg's morale situation, and Dusty Rhodes didn't appear at the pay-per-view. Dusty Rhodes is going to call out Goldberg, and he's going to say, give me a match tonight. I think I can beat you. And they're going to have a match, but Goldberg's going to win. And I know it's not going to be a great match quality-wise, but I do feel like with the two big characters, they're both very over. I think the fans will be very up for it. And it's a possible feud, but it's not really going to do either of them good. It's not going to progress anyone's career. So it's just a fun match for tonight. Because I don't really want many of the guys who were performing last night performing for the day after. Okay, Dark Warriors, Rick Steiner, Road Warrior Animal. They are going to beat the Big Sexy Freaks in Terry Funk and Jim Duggan. Sid Vicious is going to interview Sting. He's going to have an interview, and he's going to curse Sting. Sting beat him at the pay-per-view last night, so that's a continuation from that. Mike Sanders is going to beat Billy Kidman in what should be a fun cruiserweight match. This angle, it could go wrong. It's an angle celebrating for tag team title success of Buff Bagwell and Kevin Nash. Nash has expressed his view that he doesn't want to be in a team with Buff Bagwell because he feels like he's much more over. Buff Bagwell has gained overness since then, but probably not enough to satisfy Nash. What could be a possibility is to swap Nash for Lex Luger, who's unhappy at the moment. But we'll have to see. We'll see how it goes first. DDP is going to beat Lex Luger, talking to Lex Luger, in the next match. Nothing match, but between two good names, should be alright. Interview with Rey Mysterio, his morale was rocketing down quite worryingly. He's still feuding with Canyon. Cat's going to beat Lance Storm in a rematch, but he's only going to win by disqualification. And then Storm, as a result, attacks the referee. Interviewed Dusty Rhodes, who was beaten last night by Scott Steiner. And then, of course, the main event. So, let's start the show. And look at that. I mean, the crowd, not up for it, but look at that match quality and look at the overall rating, 81%. Everyone gained overness. It's exactly why I put this feud on. It's to elevate all four competitors here. These are what the feuds are for, not for main eventers like Goldberg and Dusty Rhodes, who haven't really got much of a future in this company. Well, Dusty Rhodes hasn't anyway. So I'm really pleased with how that one went. Goldberg calling Dusty out, I thought that'd go well, and it did. That didn't get a great rating. Didn't expect it to, really, with talent on show. Sid Vicious gained overness from that segment. That's good. His morale's about 60-something, 67% at the moment. So that will have done him a lot of good. I would have thought a match between these two would have gained a higher rating than this. I know there's no build-up, but it's a good, solid cruiserweight matchup. So, mind you, the quality was quite good. But yeah, there we go. Nash and Buff are in the ring. Well, no one's complained. Mind you, Nash can still complain after the show, but it didn't get a very high rating. DDP Lex Luger, terrible match, and I can guarantee you that's because of Lex Luger. Rey Mysterio, 82%, that's good from him. Lance Storm of the Cat, good solid match. Really happy with how this feud is going for the TV title, and you know, these are a future US title and potential world title competitors, so I'm happy with how that's gone. Dusty Rhodes, great rating, no one's lost overness, went as well as I could have hoped for it to. Now we've got the main event. We know Goldberg's going to be sluggish. We know the match quality is probably going to be around 50%, but the crowd reaction I'm expecting to be a good 80%. And oh wow, well, I didn't expect it to be that bad. 37%. The crowd weren't that up for it. They actually preferred Dusty challenging Goldberg. They preferred that segment than the actual match. And that's why I don't put guys like this in a feud. Look at the rating. It's terrible. Anyway, not a lot can do about that. 66%, not great, but I'd rather get that sort of rating for Nitro than a pay-per-view. And ironically, mind you, we had DDP Lex Luger, Dark Warriors, Sexy Freaks, Goldberg, Dusty Rhodes. I don't think there's any coincidence here that a lot of these guys involved are what you would term washed up. Dusty Rhodes, Lex Luger, Road Warrior Animal, Jim Duggan and Terry Funk. So got to keep that in mind. Sometimes sticking the big names in against each other isn't just all you need. You need a bit of quality as well. Right, let's see the incident. All right, Hugh Morris. He was suspended recently, but he's a changed man and he's found religion. So as long as it keeps him out of trouble, that's fine. 5.4, quite average. Chris Kanyon wants to work with Shane Helms. Random, but I'm sure we can sort that out. Air raid like that. Okay, so let's look at not for roster. Let's have a look at who's unhappy now. Goldberg's gone up to 16. Rey Mysterio stayed the same. Nash and Bagwell have stayed the same. So we're no worse off. Lex Luger's too far up the card. Yeah, okay. Let's stick Lex Luger down the card a little bit. I agree, he's too far up. Okay. His morale has gone down to 40. There we go. And he's not moaned about it, so that's good. And was there anything else? These are for feuds that we've got going on at the moment. Happy with how all these feuds are going, except Marmalukes and Nash and Buff. That's not a great feud. I've got 2 empty feud slots I can fill up, or I can wait until some of these are over. But I will have a think about that and decide what I'm doing for Thunder. Let's get to Thursday. We've got any more mail? We've got a Raw rating, but we had that before. So, going to leave that there. We're going to get Chris Kanyon and Shane Helms. So, one match. And I'll work out what else to do. So, I'll see you next time for Thursday Thunder.